For sure. I hit the button. Welcome to the Scale Builders Guild.
Somehow you still got it out before me. But welcome to Hardly Resigns. Matt was very late. All his fault.
Yeah, I am tardy today. I apologize.
Matt's taking the L.
I'm taking the L on this one.
So
I hope everyone's having a great week.
We've been having a little chat in the double audio.
Oh, for who? You?
Yes, it was definitely for me. I fixed it though.
Okay, all right. As long as we're okay here. I
had some technical issues before the stream, and I worked those out while I had all the time in the world, I thought.
You did have a lot of time. You had 11 minutes to get it sorted. So
11 minutes.
I know. I am sorry.
I was running out of things to think about.
Well, hopefully you've got a lot of good topics for tonight.
Man. We should start right off with my clickbaity scale news update.
Yeah, what the dealio there, partner?
Well, excuse me for eating beef jerky because we'll get Gunner. Someone put satisfied jerky in the chat and I'll pin it. And then if Gunner pops in, we'll do the thing
for me.
But what was I talking about before that? Oh, the clickbaity scale news update.
Yep.
I got off the plane from Austin at.
Sorry. You got off.
I got off my plane from Austin at like 9 o'clock. By the time I got home, it was damn near 10. I was going to
Is this the whole story in the?
Oh no! I'm not even. Okay. I'm not even getting into that because I'm still.
All right.
I'm still a little perturbed at it. Letting it go. But I got home and I was just like, I do not want to do the news.
No, the news sucks.
Because I needed to do my notes still. I was going to do it on the plane, but the Wi-Fi didn't work. So anyway, got home. I had most of my notes done, but I went through and did a real quick check again of all 72 bookmarks that I have in my folder. Right.
Oh, your computer must have been just hurt.
Because when you have a bookmark folder and you hit right-click, open all in new tab, comma,
poof,
72, comma, it says,
"Does not.
Are you sure?" And you say yes, and it just goes.
Yes.
The top of my whole Chrome window just goes.
And you're like, all right, I'll be able to. Now I have to put all the links in the description.
Yeah. So open them all up, and I scroll down. Anything new? Nope. Close. Scroll down. Anything new? Nope. Close. And I had done most of it, but still needed to go. Anyway, but then I confirmed that.
Oh, this story keeps going.
Filmed the actual news, was done by like 10:45. Yeah. Then to edit. By the time I got done editing, I was like, I've got to do a title and a thumbnail and all that. And I was just like, the TF3 was the only like good photo worthy thumbnail from the week. There really wasn't much. So I was like, I got to use that. And then I was just like, man, that is a boring ass picture. Because that truck's white. The TF3 is a boring looking truck. It is a white Toyota body that we've seen a billion times with white wagon wheels. Whether or not the underpinnings you like them or not, that is the most boring photo of a truck. So I was just like, what can I put across this that would be interesting? I was like,
what did you put on there?
Bankrupt? Question mark?
Oh my God, you're terrible. I can't believe you did that.
And then the title was like, this company is closing its doors forever. All true things were included there. It's just, and
it's true. It's not that company.
That's almost never does the text that's on the thumbnail correlate to the image that's behind it. That's a thing. They're two separate things. They're two separate stories. Trying to get
don't even worry about.
Trying to give you more information.
Yeah, it's like, it's taking all of the important news and just putting it in one spot.
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of people have noticed there is a giant S banner on the wall where the Scale Builders Guild logo
the thing
is
that one It's still
That's not even the
it's
biggest one.
still it's almost the right scale right now. It's still a little bit large, but like just in comparison with how far away it is to you, like
Right.
even if it was
Yeah.
still just that big,
Oh, like if I went like
it's
this,
still too big.
See, that's way too big.
Like,
Hang on. There we go.
Now it's the right size.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong camera. There we go.
No, you were looking at the right camera before.
Well, for you, for my viewers, no. Thank you, Tony and Harley, for that lovely gift.
You should pull it off the wall to really show off the size of said S-Beaner.
It's not that.
It's much bigger in person.
It's pretty big, though. I can almost fit it around my neck.
Oh, my God.
Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. But you were supposed to send me the right size one, you numbskull.
You know what? I decided that I wasn't interested in that. And that
that wasn't
funny. So I was just like, nah, I'm good. I sent you some beadlock rings, though.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, do you want to do mail call while we're thinking about it?
Sure, I've got... Does it still count as mail call if I went and picked it up myself 5 states away and then brought it back?
Yeah, sure. I don't care. Whatever.
Okay.
Cheers to me and my new mug.
Your comp stance mug.
Yeah, my comp stance mug. This came all the way from Michelle Antoinette, which is a lady.
A lady. A nice lady.
She's a very nice lady. Very nice lady.
Actually, I mean,
hello, Miss Lady.
You should meet her first. She can be a little angry.
Well, maybe just around you. But yeah, I'm really quite stoked on this. It's a very nice mug. It's made to look old, but it's not. It's
Scale Builders Guild approved.
Yeah, I approve of that. Thank you, Michelle. Via Brandon. Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah, via me who gave it to Dan to ship it. So there was a lot of hands that mug went through.
Wait, Dan touched it?
Hope you washed it.
Yeah.
Gunnerness, and thank you, sir. Hashtag I will never financially recover from this is still a good code. Until the end of Nationals.
That's the code.
Can someone combine that with the Satisfied Jerky link so we can pin?
Apparently.
Bing bong.
There is a show coming all about them, about the Tiger King. It's going to be like a limited series on the network.
Yeah. It's not on Netflix, though, if I'm not mistaken, which seems...
You are not mistaken.
Odd. Like...
I know. It does seem odd that Netflix passed on it.
I mean, it was just like, yeah, they're just like, no, we're just going to let these people do this thing.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Like...
Do this story.
Okay. Thank you, Alex. So yeah, I thought that was quite odd, but
yeah, curious to see that. Okay, go ahead. Show me something.
Okay.
Show me something good.
Sure. Let's do that. So the first one, I'm gonna show you this first one, and I'm gonna tell you that I owe money for it. I think because these came in the mail from Brett at Brazen Scale, and these are the aluminum rotors as well as brass rotors. And they showed up in the mail because I've got steel brake weights in the front of mine. And I was like, hey, I need some of those thin aluminum rotors so I can throw them in the rear because that will give me the scale points that I need.
You're desperate for scale points.
Because you have to have rotors on all 4 corners.
All 4 corners.
To get scale points. But the problem is that I got a message from Brett like 2 days after I got them, or maybe a day after I got them, that said, hey, the rotors are free if you eat the sour candies on the stream. But the thing is that I ate the sour candies almost immediately. There was another package.
I don't want any free rotors.
There was a package that looked almost exactly like this, but it said mega sour, and it had 2 sour candies, and they were delicious.
If you would like some more,
I would. Did you not eat them? You're so unappreciative.
Ew, no, I don't have. Yuck.
You're so.
I'm not gonna eat
They're
those.
delicious.
Mega sour. Yeah. No. Nah.
I can't believe you.
He's sending me another package pretty soon because I bought something today.
Did you buy his new leaf spring chassis setup? I know you did. You don't even have to say it. How are you going to ruin it further is my only question.
Well, it's already pretty ruined.
It is, because...
So I don't know how I'm going to ruin it more.
I don't remember what exactly it's called because I immediately just went like blank in the face when I just saw like a new leaf spring truck. I'm just like...
You did one of these. You were like,
Yeah. God damn. Like, it's like releasing a new Model T. Like, oh, guess what? Guess what? This one? Nope.
It's 2022. We're bringing the T back.
Like,
you can have it in any color you want.
You know what? I even forgot to put it in the Scale News notes because I was so
that's going to be
busy shaking my head.
I don't know. I've got what 36 days ish.
You just think about starting over on class 1?
Yeah.
Like
I'm just doing it.
Like, yeah, like I'm just gonna why not?
Maybe I'll build it on the way down.
You know what? That's a good idea. Do you have somebody to drive for you?
Oh, well, I got cruise control.
Oh, done then. Brazen.
Yeah. It's not that fancy one though that'll vary your speed based on the car in front of you. So
I'm gonna just
everyone in front of me just keep going at the same speed.
I'm gonna put Brazine Scalar Stupid Chassis.
It doesn't matter. He's probably sold all 5 of them. You think I'm joking? That's all he made.
Well, good. I'm sure that you and Richard and who else would like that? Who else would like a leaf spring?
I bought a lot of other dumb things this week too.
Okay, well, I'm not done yet either.
That's good. Well, because I can't do mail call and just tell you what I bought.
No, that's true.
Stupid.
I bought a square.
Oh.
Actually, I bought 2 squares.
Are those titanium squares?
They are titanium squares. This is 0.5 millimeter thick titanium square, and this is 1 millimeter thick titanium square.
Excellent.
Yep.
I wonder if I have that titanium still. Remember that titanium that I bought to put on the bottom of the TRX-6?
Yes, because for the
sparks.
You should have put it on the bumper.
I should have put it on the curb. Yeah. Yeah. Or on the roof, or on the sides, or anywhere else, really. I got some sparks out of it though. It was pretty cool.
Yes, you did. I bought a few other super nerd things. Like I'm excited about them, but they're absolutely super nerd. I haven't really. The problem is that they're.
Brett said all 5 sold in 3 minutes.
I can just see all 5 of those people just absolutely pins and needles as they tried to get their.
I was refreshing the website.
As their dial-up internet was trying to catch up with loading the photos before the trucks sold out.
56K will die.
God. Anyway, I got this complete set, 4 different ranges, but these here, these are not a feeler gauge like you may think. Oh no.
Oh, I thought they were a feeler gauge.
They are not. These are radius gauges.
Ooh.
So from 0.3 to 1.5 millimeter radius gauges here. So you can actually take these and put them on a part and see if you're getting the right radius.
That's going to be really handy if I hadn't already built this cage.
But that's one of them
because
there's 4 different
some
sizes.
of those radiuses are not the same.
This goes up to like a 15 millimeter radius set. So there's a bunch of different ones.
Neat.
That is only the first of the nerdy things.
How many squares were those squares?
I
Flying
think
IRC
that they were fairly reasonable. Yeah, someone asked that here too. I apologize for missing that. The 0.5 millimeter titanium, grade 5. This was like.
Are you talking about your education again?
I think that these were $9, $10.
No, but how many squares is it?
It's 1 square.
This is where this form of measurement's really going to let us down.
I see the flaw in this.
It's like people who get, like, your horse gets measured in hands.
Yes.
My horse is 18 hands tall. Wow, you've got exceptionally big hands.
Yes.
Really...
Let's not worry about the number of squares the squares are and how much the squares.
Fine, fair enough. Let's not waste any more time on it.
Last of the super nerdy is this here. This red case inside.
Is that a wooden case?
It is not.
High
quality plastic. It was available in aluminum, but I wanted the plastic. So same price even.
Well.
But inside of here is a number of very small pins. But this is a gauge pin set. So it's from 61 thousandths to 250 thousandths. So you take gauge pins and you put them in the hole and you keep going up until the next one won't fit. Then you know the size of a hole accurately. Like a caliper, you can't get calipers are not very accurate for these type of things. So that's when you use a gauge pin set. And
man, that also would have come in handy when I was doing this.
Yes, I'm sure.
Cage work.
I'm sure you would have loved this. We obviously have like all of the sizes of these you could have at work, but
at the office,
I don't have them at home.
Those are the office
pins.
So you can't take those home with you.
I wanted to start building my gauge pin collection set for home.
Collect them all, kids.
Collect them all. What do you have something next?
New from Galoob. Gauge hole pins.
It's just gauge pins. Thank you.
This is I don't know what this is.
That's a thing. That's VPS 10120.
Wrong. You are incorrect. You are fired.
10200.
Oh my god. 10130.
130, not 120. Damn it.
You're fired. This is the VS410 chassis kit. That's for the Range Rover rebuild at some point in the future.
I like it.
Yep. There's a lot of Vanquish things in this box. A lot of really stupid little things. Like I got all of the parts to build another set of SC8 shocks.
Yay.
I got replacement shock collars.
Oh, nice. Yep.
Some other bits for the shocks. Some more LED lights. But I think what everybody really wanted to see. Oh, these are the deltas. Where are my scarns? Did you put scarns in here? No, I got omnis and deltas, no scarns.
Yeah, I forgot.
Thanks a lot, Josh.
I forgot about that.
You suck. All I wanted was the scarns.
I forgot about that.
That's some links.
I'll send you the golden face versions. My bad.
There was also a set of axles in there too.
Oh yeah, I sent you some of those. I got 2 rolls of printer filament that I needed. One was red, and one is TPU, because I don't know that I'm going to have time to do the flexible molding, so I bought some TPU just in case. Backup.
Nice,
backup
good
plan.
call. Backup plans. I love it. I also got filament this week. I got more Galaxy Silver, my favorite color.
Good.
And my new favorite color came in this week too. Galaxy Black.
Really?
Yeah, it looks awesome. I've already swapped out the rear bed for Galaxy Black, and it's a bit shiny. Like it's got the same.
It's got the flex
in it. But man, it looks good. I'm so chuffed by Galaxy Black.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. It's my new favorite.
How does one order links off the VP site? I saw measuring guide, but no way to add. Yeah, that's because the measuring guide was an old setup when we used to sell individual links. We don't do that anymore. what is the discount code for Satisfied Jerky? It is pinned at the top. It is hashtag I will never financially recover from this. Pinned it. Don't forget the hashtag. You need the hashtag.
You need the hashtag. If you don't put the hashtag in, you don't get the discount.
And then I shared this with Matt earlier this week, the last thing that I got for mail call. And Matt pulled a me, I would say.
I've been known to pull a few Joshes in my day.
This is a...
Wait. Never mind. I didn't say it.
This
like
is
that.
A new piece from Kaka Tools.
Yep.
And this is a 5-inch brake die vise mount set. So I have a sheet metal brake here, a very small one. It's like, or not small, it's 18 inches, but it does not do large pieces, or well, not large wouldn't be the right. Doesn't do thicker materials very well. And I don't have a press brake, but I do have a vise. And this is basically a brake that goes in your vise. So
yes.
Magnetic jaws, just like the soft jaws that I showed a few weeks back, clip in there. Basically, you can put your material in there and then you just use the vise as your press, and you can do that. The other nice thing about it is that it's a finger brake style. So you can take out sections of it in case you're doing like a box and pan setup. It's nice because I don't necessarily have the room to add a press brake, and sometimes I would like to have that. So
I was like, oh man, that's a really great tool. I should definitely get one of those. And then I kind of thought about it for a little while, and I realized I already had one. So I'm glad I didn't buy another one. I already bought that.
So
I will use that.
Yeah, good idea. I'm glad I thought of that many months ago. Long enough ago that I forgot about it already.
Kevin, I'm buying my Prusament directly from Prusa. You pay an arm and a leg for shipping, but they always have it. So
that is the problem, is that it is so expensive to ship from them. And
yeah,
that's why I wanted red for my LS engine air filter area. And it's really the only thing I wanted it for. And it definitely was not worth it to me, I thought, to buy Prusament and have it shipped over and all that. I was like, I'm just going to buy some Hatchbox, which I've had really good luck with in the past. And
yeah, Hatchbox is pretty good stuff. I have some of that.
But I do buy Prusament when I'm ready to order filament. I order a lot of it from them directly.
Yes.
So yeah. But anyway, yeah, that was the extent.
That's the mail call. Oh, well, I got I have a lot of junk coming.
I do too.
Most of the junk I'm pretty happy about, but it's all stuff for after Nationals. Nationals is. Can we talk about Nationals?
We can, because your video came out this morning. I woke up early for some reason this morning, couldn't sleep, and I saw your video was live right away. I was like, perfect. This will put me right back to sleep. So I started it up, and a great update.
Oh, thank you.
It's good.
Thank you. Lots happened, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
ish.
I think we're in the same boat. We're working on things that's just like, yeah, I know this doesn't look like I did a lot, but well, other than your cage is some large, some very visual change.
There was some progress there, I think.
You put the stinger on the wrong end.
Oh,
the stinger goes on the front.
Did I? Oh, well, I thought I would just kind of fab it up and see what it looked like.
I'm just going to keep this back here so I don't lose it.
I need you later.
You know what?
Don't
Technically, it doesn't say where the stinger has to be. It just says you get points for a stinger.
Stinger points. There's a few things, though, that I'm realizing. There's a little bit of flex in how the cage mounts the body.
I'm seeing that right now. It looks like you have really nice suspension, except the axles and chassis aren't moving.
Right. So what we're going to probably end up doing is fabricating some tabs and actually mounting this to the chassis.
Good call.
Just for the sake of, keeping it all together. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that's coming along. The resin smoothing technique, game changer for 3D printing bodies. Game changer. Must be done. And if you didn't watch the episode, go back and watch it.
Yes. Absolutely seemed like it was hard to tell in the video how much of a difference it made, unless you really paid attention to the sound part.
Right. And that's why I left that silent without me yapping over it, so you could actually hear the difference you can't see.
The fingernail test was what
technique.
Really, it's like, oh
yeah,
okay.
Because honestly, it's so smooth now. Like, it really, it's odd though, because the resin isn't completely opaque. It's a little transparent at this level because it's a pretty thin coat, right? So you can still see the print layers underneath.
You just can't feel them.
And you're like, oh, it's not smooth. But then you put your finger over it and it's pretty darn smooth.
That's why it was hard to tell.
Yeah. But I'm pretty chuffed. I'm really happy with how Class 1's coming along.
Yeah, I mean, they're both coming along
good because we only have like a month.
That's what Brett just said. Only 2 update videos left from each of us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I missed 4 days worth of work being gone last weekend, which honestly is like such a big chunk.
It is. It's a big chunk of days.
It's like 10% of our days.
That's right. And it's like, that's a lot of thinking hours that are gone now.
I mean, I did a lot of thinking, but still, like, Jeremy Fish, thank you, sir.
Blind Guy Hours.
Got you first. Hey, Josh, hope you had a good trip. I did. Did you receive my email about the S624? I did receive it. I have not converted and sent. I still need to do that, but that is definitely on my list.
Josh doesn't read his emails.
I absolutely do read my emails, but still there.
Blind Guy RC, thank you very much. Hey man, top-notch work on the Class 1 and 2 trucks. Bodies are great. I'm torn on putting a hard body on my Origin. The Origin body is so nice. Yeah, I don't disagree. I've ruined a few Origins.
Your Origin is hard-bodied behind you.
Yeah, that one's where? Which one?
The blue Willie with the 9-inch male.
Oh yeah, right. I don't think they can see that on my. No, can't see it on my thing. But he's a 12-inch male.
Showing off at this point. Jay Burris.
No need to brag.
Thank you, sir. Dual riders are back in stock on Tower Hobbies.
Yeah.
Get them while you can. Just in case. Blind Guy RC as well. Thank you, man. Hey, man, excited to see those. Class 1 is at next week. Been looking at a Gatekeeper, even though I need a Phoenix. I'll get one all in time.
Phoenix. If you're trying to choose between those two, Phoenix.
Yes, agreed.
Phoenix again. Phoenix.
You mean the chalkboard scraping? You know what? Chalkboard scraping doesn't get me. Nothing like
that. Wasn't that
nothing
bad.
Like loud chewing.
No. There's a lot of questions about what video I watched to learn how to do that, and I actually did this in the video. So click that link in the video.
Go back to the video.
Did we talk color yet? No.
Oh,
we did not talk color yet.
You led to say that it was a current Porsche color.
And yes, Porsche. Sorry, I should have said Porsche. It's Porsche. Anyway, yes, it is a current 911 Porsche
It's
color.
the teal, isn't it?
No, I really like the teal, but I did not go teal.
Okay, then I'm out of guesses.
Well, there are other colors.
I know, but I looked at all of them and I went, this is the only one that's matte to me.
Really interesting. I made a bold choice with this one, and it's not chalk either. Because I honestly I considered that one, but I realized if I wanted to actually get anybody to look at the videos, I'd have to choose a color different than the one that it currently is.
True.
Right? It can't just be constantly this gray / primer color. It's going to have to be something else.
So,
yep, there are 32 colors to choose
are
from.
they really?
So,
okay, then I definitely did not see all of them.
Porsche, there was a link up there. You just can't do it on your phone. I don't
What?
Need to.
No.
I don't think you see these
Yes, you do.
on your phone. It's up there. It's in there.
Sometimes you just have to click the info bubble.
That's another thing you got to do, yeah. Matt's blue line is off again. I don't. Maybe it is. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But
so what shade of orange is it?
well, there is. I think there's a lava orange.
I like it,
but I didn't do that one either.
Okay. But that's just one of the shades of orange.
If I did orange, I'd have to never. I wouldn't go.
I just wouldn't go
there. If you know, you know. It's Porsche, said the people who have never gotten their Porsches out of second gear. That's such a accurate thing about Porsche drivers.
I had a Porsche for a very short time.
You had a Porsche?
For a very short time.
What kind of Porsche did you have? 9.6.
I don't even remember what the number was. It was
944.
944,
probably.
front engine V8.
That was a V8 in the 944?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was.
Or are you thinking the 928?
Pretty sure that was V8.
Okay.
It was a long.
I didn't know they put a V8 in that car. What are the wheels on SBG's Class 1? Those are Vanquish KMC Bullies.
928.
You had a
For a
928?
very short time. Like 3 weeks.
You know
bought
what?
it from a dentist who died.
I knew it was a 928.
He died. We bought his
You
Harley.
bought dead dentist?
Dead dentist. No power steering though. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
It was not that it didn't have power steering. The power steering didn't
Never did.
function.
Oh,
So
I see.
it was like it was a long week. But regardless, terrible car.
Well, it looked good though. I like
did
the
it?
pop-up headlights
Did you?
in the front. Yeah,
You would.
Yeah.
You would.
Yeah. Of course I
Yeah.
would.
You bought that brazen scale leaf sprung chassis, right?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Nee said I didn't know Porsche started to use Kentucky Sky Blue on their cars. And Dave Zilla said Jägermeister liveries are the only acceptable orange paint jobs. Agreed.
Thank you for the $1.99 from Dixie Normus.
Is that DK? It's gotta be DK.
It's either that or Gray Matter Fab. Buck Dandy. It's one of the two.
That's so great. I love it. Yeah, so lots happened. I'm pretty chuffed with the process.
Neither.
I still don't know when I'm going to paint. I did all the detail printing of all the little resin
You
bits.
got all of them done?
You
showed it.
Most of them, yeah.
You showed a smattering of them.
Yeah, no, I got the rest. I got the rest done. I added them to the pile in here. Although I'm missing the E's. I thought I did the E's already. No, still no E's. But I have all of the inner. What are these things?
Grill inserts.
You know, the grill inserts, and then the grill back part. I have a P. I got a J. I got all the door handles are done now, and all the hinges and
Those
stuff.
are going to last seconds as they drag across the rocks. Just ping, 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 ping.
What, the hinges? No, they'll be on there real good. Don't you worry about that. The door mirrors are what I'm most worried about. I'm going to print those in TPU though.
Good call.
Yeah. Ben Cherico, thank you very much. Matt, glad you made it tonight. I can't decide. RC 4-wheel drive Galande 2 FJ Cruiser or cross country. Oof. You got to go.
Is there any other options?
Yeah. Is there another option? You're allowed one other choice.
Have you thought about having a lady of the night punch you square in the face? And then giving her the
Don't
money.
listen to Josh. Don't listen to Josh. Of those two, the Galande 2 FJ Cruiser would be my preference.
I would 100% agree.
Of those two. The other one is junk.
Yeah, the axles are very weak. Matt broke them with Matt's driving style.
I broke them. pro tip from Brett: do not use mirrors in your scale points
because they get deducted if they come off.
What?
Yeah.
Is that how it works
Yeah.
in a comp?
Yes.
If a piece comes off?
Yep.
Okay. Does it? Okay, here's the thing though. If a piece comes off and you pick it up, do you lose any more points from picking it up? Because at the East Coast Scale Challenge one year, and everyone hated this rule, if something fell off your truck, you had to pick it up and you received another penalty.
Really?
Yeah. I was like,
I'm not playing.
That's
not correct.
No, I know it's not correct, but it was a rule they added.
Interesting.
Which was stupid.
That is stupid. Agreed. But yeah, no. Yeah. But no, that is not the way. Either way. You
lose them for touching it. So what? So if you leave it.
If you keep touching it, you're going to lose it. I heard that all the time growing up.
I heard that if you don't use it, you lose it. So
I heard.
you guys got to get this story straight here.
Touch penalty. So you can't just leave it? I don't know.
Anyway, so don't put mirrors on is what Brett's saying.
So unless you have
I gotta fill
plenty
these
of
holes.
extra points, which if you do, then...
Well, I'll see how many. I'll print them anyway.
Yes.
And then I'll see if, for concourse, put them
Agreed.
on. And then
let's see.
Raw Expedition ordered my TRX4 2021 Bronco. Goodbye? Question mark. Yeah, I think it's a great looking truck.
Yes, it is. I was like, goodbye, or like that's
goodbye.
Yeah, no, the TRX4s are pretty much all
truck.
the same. Just which one you like to look at the best. So yes,
and it's the full option package, so you get all
the bells,
things
and
that I don't
whistles.
like. You get all the things you don't like. You can use the mirrors, just don't add them as your scale points.
Yes.
So these don't count.
Yeah.
So when they come off, I wasn't counting
exactly.
those.
That is absolutely the case. So
that's great. I love it.
Ben Cherico, thank you, sir, for beating Matt tonight. Yes, and yes, I had a lady of the night hit me in the junk. I'll stick to RC.
I mean, some people take that punch in the junk. Same. People pay good money for that.
They
guys.
do.
Sendero HD a goodbye, or should I get something different at a same price point? What else would it be in that price point? Actually,
it's at a pretty reasonable price point.
Amain. Block. I'm not letting it send me
notifications. No.
Get out of here. Sendero HD. How much is that? RTR $375.99.
It's $375?
That's what it says here.
Oh, it went up, I guess. It's still a good buy. It's probably one of the, if I was told there was a competition where I had to use a box stock RTR to compete with, it's probably the truck, maybe the Ecto I would probably go with, but the Element in general is probably the truck I would choose. If it had to be 100% box stock RTR, could not change anything. Not a kit, had to be, then it's probably what I would go with. But I still probably prefer the SCX-10-2 over it, long term, with upgradability and all of the aftermarket support and just how some of the things are done. I probably prefer.
Yep.
But
that logic.
Oh, Matt is $375 Canadian, I think. Is that true, or are you in US dollars?
No,
I didn't figure you were.
Amain is only in one currency.
I thought maybe in Canada you guys had some
kroner.
In
the kroners.
Yeah, you had a automatic conversion
We
plugin.
pay in whatever PAUK is sending us. That's our currency.
Funny money.
$375.99 with a 2.4 gigahertz radio. Is there another one?
All right. Phoenix, just are you at Amain, like, or Amain? They really should buy that
good.
URL.
Amain hobbies? Question mark. We already talked about the carabiner. Wouldn't leaving parts on the trail be littering, though? Well,
I mean,
yeah. Oh, DK said you can use them for scale points so long as you have the honk if parts fall off bumper sticker. I'm glad we made him a mod.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
really
just,
funny.
hold on just a second. Let's see.
What do you guys think of those? Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word. Anjora. What do you guys think of those Anjora chassis kits? Do not buy.
Find the same version of the one that they knocked off for whatever one you're looking at buying.
Yeah. Buy the real one.
Yes. Hold on, please. Okay, done. Sorry. Last order. Okay.
You okay
Yeah,
there?
sorry. Just finishing one. I had to quickly buy amain.com.
Ah, you son of a gun.
Purchased. That is now my website.
Dang it. Okay, well, I'll tell them not to do what they're going to do.
I need that.
Yeah, I need that real bad. DK said, well, you made me a mod, Matt. Josh doesn't love me.
Okay, my bad. I need to manage that domain.
Yep. Hey, Josh and Matt, I'm looking to widen my Gatekeeper. Most people trying to get a wider Gatekeeper. I'm currently running 21 millimeter hex adapters. What would you recommend for a wider axle that will bolt right in? Nothing.
In what?
The Gatekeeper. It's got 21 mil hex adapters on there already. You want to go wider than that?
I mean, I don't.
You can get a pretty.
That's already like
offset, but that's pretty wide.
Yeah, that is. That is. I don't like that wide of a widener already is something I do not like. Would not recommend. Like, oof. So
yeah. As for a wider axle, I mean, you'd have to probably make new links, but you could put AR60s under it, I guess.
You could go Capra. That would be the next.
Oh, Capra. That would be the next easiest way.
It is 4-link. It is servo on axle, so it makes it a little easier. You would need some custom links, but that would be the easiest way to go, and that would give you pretty close to that same width, and it would allow you to get rid of those wheel wideners, which are a bad idea.
Yes, do not do that.
Field MTB, thank you, sir. Howdy. Best SCX24, bigger SCX24 tires. Cheers. I like, what are these? The RC four-wheel drive Scramblers are a large tire with really good grip. I've also got the Little Guy Racing Parts tires. The compound, not quite as good as I think these Scramblers, though. And then the new pit bulls are almost 2 inches tall, which, how tall are these? Ooh, these are like 2.5 inches tall. So these Scramblers are ones that I have kind of liked on my secondary one. So yeah.
Yep.
That would be
all right.
My recommendation.
Yep. I think we solved that one. Somebody asked a good question. Not that all of these aren't good. Somebody was asking about the new Trailfinder 3.
Should we talk about it?
Yeah, we can talk
I
about
think
it.
that's a great idea.
Okay, so there's 2 that are available.
Yes. Well, no. There's only one available now. The launch edition,
Yeah.
no longer available.
Okay, so the launch edition, I was like, I'm not buying that because it's how much
It was
it?
like $650.
650.
I think they lowered it to $599.
$599,
Yeah.
which is still way too much money.
It was.
For what you were getting. There was a lot of upgrades, but mostly cosmetic stuff
That
I wasn't interested in, so I passed on that. Now they've got the RTR, which is the white one that Josh had in his thumbnail. Yes. It said bankrupt ? On it. And I almost pulled the trigger on that one, but the reason I didn't is that I am personally hoping that they just release a kit, because I would like to actually build it.
Okay.
As opposed to just get the RTR, because I hate the radio that they sell with their RTRs. So I'm not interested in having another one of those around.
They have a kit of the long wheelbase, right? Do they have a kit of the regular TF2?
They used to. Certainly that's still a thing.
I didn't know. I couldn't remember.
I'm looking it up just to be sure. Crawler kits.
They do.
That's not Sneaky Gun
Truck says.
Trailfinder 2 truck kit with Mojave 2 body set.
Ah, the Mojave.
$399. Yes, the Mojave. Okay, so, and they have that in stock. But I am waiting for, I hope they do a Trailfinder 3 kit. Because that's sort of where I would like to spend my time and money. If that doesn't happen, I will get the RTR, because I do think, I liked the TF2 for what it was, and I like leaf sprung chassis, and I liked making mine basically not a TF2 anymore.
Right.
And I'd like to see what I could do with this one. If I'm not first to, experimenting with that, then that's fine. I don't need to be first. But I would love to see a kit come out before I pass judgment on it. There are a lot of things on there that I'm a little bit like, I understand what they were going for and why they did it. I just don't know why they ended up doing it in 2022.
You're talking about the throwbacks to the very Bruiser-esque design?
Yeah, like the bell crank steering seems like, I know why they did it. They did it so they could get that scale motor in there and move the motor more forward, I guess. But I think there could have been better solutions than doing that.
I don't hate the bell crank design, personally.
I just think it's a weak point. Like it really,
well,
anybody who's thinking about using it in like a class 1 leaf sprung comp situation isn't going to want to use that.
None of those words go together. So let's throw that out immediately.
Not everybody is you, so don't immediately discount it, because some people
it's been discounted.
Okay, I don't need to have your approval for that, but some people would do that. Hence, why is Brett making a comp style leaf sprung chassis? I don't know. For people like me. For people like me.
Yes.
I like getting 12 easy scale points.
Like, why don't we just make it 100? Like, should we just make this 100 scale points? Like, like
no one's gonna do it.
Does 12 seem like too pandering already? Like, should we just? What should we give them? I feel bad.
Give them all of the points. Okay, so that's my first kind of like, kind of question. Because it's not great for performance at any level, even if it's just a trail truck, leaf sprung trail truck. It's not the best setup. Just putting the servo right in front and doing a normal steering setup would have been more my preference. Anyway, I digest. Second thing, if you're going to do a scale motor, which I'm so glad they did, it's cool, it's just so huge.
It is big.
It's so big. 22Rs are not that big.
Yes.
So I was just a bit like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I get. So I don't have a beef with the bell crank at all. I think that a bell crank, now being weak, a bell crank isn't inherently weak. Now I'm not saying that what RC 4-wheel drive did won't be weak because now I don't know if it will be weaker than other things in the chain of events that happen within that system.
Oh, and finally, and this is another great point that Chris Stewart just made. If you're going to put that motor in there, mayhaps you should have it so the hood opens so you can see it.
I get that too. I get that it looks good on a box and that you can still see it through a fender. And for that reason, I won't hammer him on that.
But there should be inner fenders as well at this price point and this day and age.
Inner fenders
there
should be a thing.
Fenders on the truck.
And honestly, inner fenders would have been cheaper to do than that motor.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. By a long shot.
You know, there's a lot of things there.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't want to say it's not good because I've seen them driven. I mean, David from Cape Scale Creations, he's got one and he's been driving it around and did a couple of review videos, which I watched on his YouTube channel. And Axial hides their scale motor too. True, Travis, that's not incorrect.
Right. Well, they half hide it because it's only half there.
Well, it's more like 2/3 there. But yeah, anyway, I'm not gonna pass judgment completely. I'll reserve my final comments until I actually see one and drive one. I'm sure that like most of their other TF varieties, there's a ton of stuff you kind of got to do to make it reasonable.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have owned several TF2s in the past. And I have never been able to bring myself to do all of the things that would need to be done to make it reasonable. I've always got it and been like, no. And then I get rid of it. And I've done that 3 or 4 times. I think I've built 2 of them live on this channel. And then I was like, nope. And it moved. And I had 1 or 2 before. But yeah.
But I'm committed. Like I want to try one out. Because I will do all those things.
I think we should see if we could make it do 60. So
well, it is a 2-speed.
It is. So let's just see if we can turn those gears into actual Play-Doh.
Just think of all the leaf spring chatter we would get out of that.
the wheel hop.
Flying cars too.
Yeah. So I don't fault them for staying with the Toyota body because the Toyota body looks good. Everyone's sick of seeing Jeeps. Everyone's sick of seeing Toyotas, whatever. I think that the Toyota body still looks good. So I don't.
Now the fact that they're actually painting them too.
That is nice because that does look much better.
Yeah.
I would, if it would have been not white, it would have looked way better in a thumbnail. I maybe wouldn't have had to put bankrupt across it. But
they're going for contractor look.
Right. Yeah. The contract. It comes with scale paint buckets in the bed. So either way, I like what they did. I don't immediately hate the TF3 for any reason other than the fact that the axle.
No. I don't hate it either.
You don't. I'm just saying. Other than the axles look, or the axles not look, they look fine, but they're still just made of the same warm butter that they were before. Would have been nice if they would have fixed some of that.
Dubious quality. Yeah, dubious quality. And also, that's the other thing. Inboarding the rear leafs was an odd choice as well.
Yeah, well, it was just such a, let's just make this work with what we had. Now, they already did. Is this the same chassis that they had done like 10 years ago?
The Bruiseruptor chassis? No, different chassis.
It's not.
No, this is stamped steel C-channel. That one was like steel or something, and it was made by I don't know if it was Catan or their other designer. You know, the
Fracture
kid from New Zealand, Fracture. I'm not sure who did that one, but they had a Bruiseruptor rear axle that moved the leaf spring mounts outwards, so it actually worked with that chassis properly.
Wow. Okay.
But they don't have those anymore.
It's just like there's just a lot of things that were just like, well, I thought it was just because they were parts bin smashing this thing together. But
no,
evidently
I don't think so.
It's not, and they
more new stuff.
They still cut the corners, which is disappointing. Either way.
Yeah, regardless, Upside Down here asked, so are the RC four-wheel drive trucks still worth it? What are the alternatives? Boom Racing? Funny you mentioned that. I did order the Boom Racing BRX02 leaf sprung long wheelbase chassis with...
Man, you really went on a antique-y type
week,
didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, you know what? I want to get back to the days when trucks were not good. How many leaf spring chassis can I buy this week? So yeah, but I got the leaf spring one with the Defender body, which I know doesn't make any sense because Defenders weren't on leaf springs, but it doesn't matter.
You don't have to,
I bought it for the chassis.
You don't have to worry about being scale accurate.
I know it was like I know the linked one will be better, but I still couldn't help myself.
No, hey, it's not that you didn't know.
In another month I will unbox it and start checking it out, but I'm keen on that one for sure.
As far as are they still worth it, I think that they are still worth it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that they do a couple of things pretty well. I still really like the Marlin. I think that one's still probably their best bang for the buck if you're really looking to get a leaf sprung truck. That said, I don't have any experience with the TF3 yet, so.
Right.
But yeah, Marlin.
It was said in here that they say that the suspension is softer on the TF3.
Okay.
Which isn't like a big yardstick or a tall hurdle to get over.
I was going to say that's
because the TF2 is just like much. A chuck wagon. But
and how?
Yeah. So anyway, can we talk about?
Oni said it's the scale-ish builders guild. The scale adjacent builders guild.
Can we talk about the Venom bankruptcy though?
Sure. Yeah, we can talk about that. I had one of their batteries back in the day, and one of the things I liked about their batteries is that they came with all the adapters for their connector.
That was a nice touch. I still have some of those adapters because I've owned a number of Venom batteries in the past. I used them initially in my quadcopter flying days. And it was nice that they had some of those adapters because, it made things handy. And then when I had switched to XT60 and everything, I was like, oh, well, I can just use this adapter for things that weren't already made for the superior battery connector. And it's nice to have. I still carry some of them in my LiPo bag. So that was nice. That being said, I'm surprised to see them go out of business.
Yeah, that was a bit of a shock.
Not a lot of RC companies going out of business in the last couple of years. It was a couple of banger years for the business, the hobby. But that being said,
I knew that I was up last night, and then I was like, I got to play Forza for a few hours. So he messaged me last night on Instagram and said, I've got a video on it's 5 tips for leaf sprung trucks. They all will help a lot in the articulation department. So check that out.
Excuse me. We're back on my side.
Craig said that, yeah, good for you. Craig Thompson. Hi, Craig. He said Venom was this battery in the store partly due to the adapters that came with them. And I'm like, yeah, that was a great selling feature. It made it so easy. You just buy one battery.
Yeah.
You don't have to solder anything.
And they also showed a lifetime warranty on their batteries, which...
Oh, wow. Oh, but that's because they were life batteries. So they were lithium ferrite batteries. It's a lifetime warranty. Lifetime warranty.
Yeah, time.
It was like 1 day. Yeah. Dave Zilla, who also works in a hobby shop, we hardly ever sold Venom car batteries. They were just not priced well.
Oh.
Fly batteries were pretty good, though.
That's a different brand, I assume, right? I think I've seen.
So yeah.
I guess I'm surprised. I've seen Venom in stores a lot, but I think that it was partially due to distributor, them being into the distribution chain very well. They were in Great Plains early. They were in Horizon. They're in Amain or Amain if you want to go to amain.com.
Amain.com. It reroutes to Harley Design.
I've actually rerouted it to Amain, but I just thought it would be funny.
Oh my god.
It's just funny. If you go just go.
It's just funny. It's just funny.
Just do it. From now on, just type Amain. E-H.
Amain.
M-A-I-N.
Amain.com. Nothing yet. There it goes. Nice job. Behind
Season 3. They're on season 4, part 1 already.
I know. I have been very busy, and I didn't want to watch anything super depressing at the beginning of the last 2 years.
Oh, well, it's one of those things, like maybe it'll just make you feel better.
Yeah, well, because my life isn't like that.
Could be worse. Oof. No, mine
Could
is
be.
just, I don't know that my internet's going to come back. It's absolutely hot garbage.
Yeah, that's too bad for you. I mean, you're coming through okay here. It's not great.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
It's coming back now on mine finally. Oh well.
You guys like
So the one thing that I was going to bring up with the whole Venom thing was the fact that I checked on Amain and Horizon, and they're like blowing it out on the dealer/distributor side, but it doesn't really have any notes as to why. It's just like,
well, they just didn't sell any batteries.
I'm saying, like, it doesn't say like, hey, they're going out of business or they're out of business. It's just like, hey, these are on special. Like, they still show like lifetime warranty on those things. So
Time
who's lifetime? But yeah,
there's
evidently.
Obviously. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things. Maybe just bad business. And like you said, supply chain problems, and their supplier just wasn't delivering, and the end.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know why that would have actually happened, but it did. So,
yep. Reed, if I'm ordering online from a Canadian hobby shop, it's 110 Hobbies or Hobby. Those are the two that I go through. Hobby.
So,
I like the way you say that, Josh.
But
very good. Yeah, it's unfortunate that in this economy that did very well for the hobby business for so long, that companies are going under. It's really strange.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, their website's already down too.
Their social media has been dark since like last October.
Yikes.
So, yeah, mine's just not going to come back, I don't think. So, people can...
Oh, that's too bad, man. All right, well, exactly. You're here with me.
It's a nice thing that when
pop
both
over
of us
here
are streaming,
and watch here.
There's a backup.
Yeah, it's a backup to the backup. Stephen Morgan, where do I get scale flocking in Ontario? I don't know. I've never bought it in Ontario. I always buy it on like, what where did I buy the last stuff from? Oh, maybe I did buy it in Ontario. What's the name of the place? Wheels and Wings in Toronto. They have an online site, but they're more static model. Well, they're entirely static models. Can you imagine a hobby shop that is just static models?
I mean, I've been into a couple that were almost entirely static model. Never been into one that was fully, but especially Train.
Yeah.
Like, I've been into an, but that doesn't really count as static, obviously, I guess, because they.
No, those are not. That's not static models.
I've seen the guys that do them. They're almost static.
1 foot in the grave.
I can see. It's.
Hello,
Yeah.
madam. Have you seen the movie Flying Cars? Does your father own this establishment? How old are you? Well, I should start with that.
Yeah, good information. Learn from previous mistakes.
Yeah, start with how old are you, and move up the ladder. Yeah. Oh, Eliminator hobby. Yeah, Winnipeg. That's funny. The first time I came to Vanquish, and I came to see Steve. This was before you worked there. I think the owner of Eliminator Hobby was
Ryan.
there.
Yep.
Yeah, Ryan. And Steve took us both out for lunch. And I was like, this is going to be a pretty awkward lunch, I think. Because Steve's like, you're both Canadian. You should obviously be able to communicate with each other. And we went to the diner right around the corner.
Of course, I know the one.
And Ryan was a lovely guy, but we did not have much in common because his hobby shop was not so much on the scale side of things yet.
Now they do quite a bit, but it was a rock crawler heavy. At the early, especially before I came.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah, but see, I think, if I'm honest, and I don't want to like toot my own horn or anything, but it was because of me that Vanquish took the route that they took. So you are welcome. I'm still waiting for that royalty check.
Yeah, you keep waiting.
Okay. David O'Brien, thank you very much. Good evening. How long have you and Josh known each other, and how did you meet?
Matt always tells this story wrong, but we were in. The first time was in Pennsylvania, and my wife was with me. My
East Coast Skill Challenge,
2014.
2014.
If y'all know Nicole, she would never tell a lie, and she tells the story best because she vividly remembers the moment when Matt came up and asked for my autograph. She tells the story unprovoked.
I never did that.
Unprovoked.
I never did that. I would never do that. Nicole is wrong. She mistook me for some other exceptionally handsome Canadian man.
He's calling my wife a liar.
No, I'm not. I'm saying she got me confused with somebody else that she must have been in love with.
The second time we met, because we definitely met at that event, no matter how Matt has blocked out the damage that was done at that event. We met and talked at that event a little bit in Pennsylvania. And then the next time I saw Matt was in, that would have been March 28th of 2015.
Mm-hmm. The following year.
The following year, March 28th, I met Matt again in Warsaw Caverns State Park, northeast of Toronto. And I remember that date so specifically because the day before that was the day that Nicole and I got engaged at Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls.
Oh, wait, no. When was I married? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
29th might have been the 29th, whatever. Doesn't matter. It was the day after, regardless. wedding anniversary things.
Yeah, exactly.
Irregardless.
Regardless, the time at which you asked your future wife, to marry you, the next day you hung out with a bunch of yokels with
in
tiny
a different
trucks.
country.
So
See, I spoil her with international travels to lavish places.
stayed in the worst choice for a hotel in Toronto.
Well, yes.
Yes. Because I asked you before, where were you going to be staying? And you didn't get back to me. And then when I ran into you at the event and you told me where you stayed, I was like, no.
I still have a video of that room because we stayed the first night we got to Toronto. Nicole and I drive into town and she had booked the hotels. I let her handle this. It was a test. I was just like, you book the hotels. You have my credit card. We have been dating a certain amount of time. I trust you with I gave her my credit card after like 2 months. I'm like, here, you have my debit card now.
You're better than my first one.
Let's see if this works again.
You handle this.
And I remember we're like following the directions to this hotel, and I'm like, we're in Chinatown in Toronto. And she's like, yeah, this says there's a garage. I'm like, okay. And I like pull in the garage. I'm like, this is a mall. This is a Chinese mall.
It is a Chinese mall.
The Super 8 motel that she booked, the lobby is just on the 3rd floor of the Chinese mall. And then you get in an elevator and you go up to the rooms. And we walked in the room and it said it was a suite. For one, that's how you get Nicole. She's like, it's a suite? Regardless that it said Super 8. She's like, we got suite.
And it was spelled SWE.
So she books it. And it's like, it says it's a 2-bedroom. And you walk in the door and there's like a living room on the right. And you can see the bed in the corner in front. It's a large room, but there's a bed in the corner of that room. But then there's like another room here on the side there's another bed in. So it's like one bed's in the open. And right next to that bed is a hot tub.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of the room. And I'm just like,
it's you know what? It's almost like your honeymoon.
I know.
Already. She must have known.
I'm like, if you brought, like, this says it was a 2-bed, like, you're going to put the kids in that other bedroom, like, don't come out. If you hear the hot tub running. Don't come out.
If you hear the excessively loud drone of this budget hot tub.
I definitely still have a video of that. I will have to show it at another time.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, you chose the wrong place.
Or did we?
Why didn't you get back to me? And Boots goes, Josh didn't get back to you? Say it ain't so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yes, that is at Dundas and Spadina. That's right around the corner now from where my office is. And every time I go by it, I'm like, no. Horrible. So many other places you could have chosen.
I mean, it wasn't even the worst hotel we stayed in.
I want to... No, I'm sure it wasn't. It's not that bad, but by Toronto standards, it's pretty terrible. Pacific Mall, just south of there. Anyway, I want to go back to when we first met at East Coast Scale Challenge, because I have to ask this because I just want to be sure that I have it correct. But I believe that you were a guest at that event, as in, I think RC 4-wheel drive paid for you to be there.
They did.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did they pay you in addition to paying for your travel and expenses? Okay, so they put you up for a flight.
We drove
in a hotel room.
But yes.
Oh yeah, that's right. You drove from California?
Nope.
Or you were still living in Missouri?
It was still like a 14-hour drive that we did straight through. And I worked a half day that day. The night before, I was up till like 2 a.m. finishing my truck. Surprise. And so I was up to like 2 a.m. finishing a truck, go to bed, get up, go to work for a half day. So like 4 hours of sleep. Nicole comes and picks me up. No, I drove home, got in the Jeep with Nicole, and we take off to head to Pennsylvania, 14 some odd hours. And I'm just like, hey,
Yikes.
you're driving. I'm going to sleep in the back for a little bit. And she's a lovely driver, but I could only sleep for so long. Woke up just powered by caffeine and possibly some ADHD medications. We made the rest of the drive.
Okay.
And
so they paid for that, like your gas and hotel.
We stayed on site at the camper,
nice. Okay.
remember?
Oh yeah, that's
It's
right.
not a bit lavish accommodations, but it was nice.
No. Yeah. Probably, did you have an air conditioner?
I don't remember. I remember being musty all weekend. I don't remember if...
Probably quite sticky.
See you on the trail.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Good checking in. Alan, good seeing you. We stayed in the yurt. Richard and I always stayed in the yurt up until the final year that we went. Big, but no air conditioning. So they got stinky. Yeah,
stinky hot.
I mean,
in the middle of the day.
I feel like our
they had a
I feel
fan.
like our camper had AC.
I feel like
dudes did you sleep with? There's a super embarrassing story to tell about.
Let me get my question out first, though. Now, okay, so it was 2014, right? Yeah, and you were there under the guise of being a special guest of RC four-wheel drive. And you brought your camera equipment, and I know that in 2014, camera equipment was, a little bit different than it is now. But I remember asking you. I came up to you, and I noticed that you weren't really using your camera very much. And I said, "Are you not? You're not filming any of this?" And you went, "Too dark."
That thing, it was wild dark under there, because
it was wild dark under there.
It was,
but I was just like,
because
so
I filmed enough that I was like, this is enough footage because this is ridiculous dark.
The trees are quite shady.
I'm not saying now that I don't have something that I have a large enough sensor, but
back then it was a different
especially
story.
For me. I like.
Well, yeah, you're.
And back then it was partially like
the
filming was the thing, but like YouTube was like a kind of a second, like it was a. Well, no, it was just
hobby.
Like most of what I did was like RC crawler threads, just photos and write-ups.
Yeah. Right, and like if you wanted to watch the Scale Nationals, you had to buy the DVD.
True.
MSD Scale
done
Nationals.
By Toyofast.
Toyofast. I still have the DVD.
I mean,
somewhere.
I bought them, but I don't know if I have them.
I don't have any way to play them.
Oh yeah, do I have a DVD player? I would have to like pull down an Xbox or something.
Oh, I have a Blu-ray. I have
an Xbox somewhere that I could pull down, but that would be the only thing, and that would be the only optical drive I have in this house.
If who's signed more autographs? Well, one year, I think Josh would like to say that he's signed more autographs, and I think that's probably partially true. But one year at Axialfest, I was responsible for writing on everyone's wristband as they went into the
raffle,
like the giveaway section, into the raffle.
So you're counting.
So I figure I got about 1,000 done in that day. And some people were like, Scale Builders Guild? I was like, yep. You're free to go.
Oh my.
Somebody's asking, we should get back to questions here. Somebody's asking about revolver shackles for leaf sprung trucks. Don't buy those.
I know. It sounds super unpredictable and
not
unloady, but you love that type of droop suspension. So
no, that's not true. I do love droop, but I love a properly set up droop. But anyway, the revolver shackles are just going to add way too much flex, and if you get bound up with a leaf sprung truck, which is very, very possible, you will ruin your leaves. So don't put those on. Just do the tips that I suggested in the thing. You'll be better off. Upside Down, thank you very much. I don't get to drop in live often, so grab a beer on me, Matt. Keep up the great work. I'm off back to bed. Thank you very much, my friend. Much appreciated. I will sip this Coors
totally forgot.
Original.
We need to talk about Axialfest.
Okay.
We should have talked.
Will I see you in Indiana?
Well in advance, but not about Axialfest in mid-Indiana. Badlands has been announced.
Yes.
Axialfest in the West Coast has not been announced. And there was a bunch of rumors about Axialfest West Coast not happening. But that is
really
not the case.
Okay.
Like, it has not been. There was a chance that it was not happening. And I had heard the same thing, and I know why, and I even know where it came from initially, that it was a dependable source. But it's not necessarily, it's not a no. I've talked to them specifically this week. It's not not going to happen for sure.
So it's not going to happen.
For sure. There's a possibility that things can happen. There's been some situations that have unfolded that were outside of their control, like normal, where previous, stuff just doesn't necessarily work out. So it's not off for sure. That may have been heard. I had heard it as well. I know, but it's not.
I don't like to deal in rumors.
And that the thing is,
I only like to release things the day before.
This is for sure going to happen because I got one. I want to tell you about it. I know it's not until tomorrow. Don't worry about that. But issues at Donner would be my guess. I believe that issues at Donner / the sale of Donner Ski Ranch have all been playing a kind of a issue with this. So,
okay,
don't count it out yet. If your Julys are still open, I would block out. I would block out that open. 21st to 23rd range.
Is that when they? Is that when they do it?
It will be if it does happen this year. So
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It's very late in the stream, but
that's good.
That's
I good to know though because
I wasn't. This isn't leaked information. This isn't stuff that I shouldn't be saying. They're like, no, you can like.
Don't say.
No, it was like, no, we know about the rumors. You can say that, you can say what you've just been allowed to say. You paid shrill. That's what they said to me.
Wow. Huh. I guess, when you release something the day before it's supposed to come out, they don't talk to you much anymore. That's okay.
So,
whatever.
But that came up because Ryan Davis had asked, either one of you going to Axialfest Midwest / Badlands?
It all depends on Axialfest West because if that's a go, that is a thing and that's happening. 24 Hours of Satan
back on
is the reason I would be going out west. Yeah. Gunnar. Oh, speaking of Gunnar Nissen, thank you very much. 24 Hours of Camtech. Got it wrong. It's Satan. Goes on with or without Axialfest. So there you go. That'll be happening. Apparently, and somebody was being very helpful. I can't remember his name right now, but he put up I think a UK 24 Hours of Satan. There's a Facebook group up there, so check that out. I think you can actually search 24 Hours of Satan. I think it'll come up. But he was working on some rules, and he was saying that those foam tires that we have on there are not going to last for 24 hours.
I can see that. They are not a dense foam.
No, they are not. I would say
they're probably one of the
foam is also
they're kind
generous.
of like a. It's kind of
what would you call that?
Yeah,
marshmallow.
It's kind of like the brush that you use when you're putting the pipe dope on some PVC.
Yeah. Yeah. There's also, he's suggesting you could use Tamiya MO6 wheels with an adapter.
Ooh.
So that might be an option. Because I think we'll be changing tires before we change motors.
I could see that.
Although,
Or
maybe,
will we?
Maybe not. Or will we?
If someone
it's gonna
doesn't
be good,
put
though.
a
I'm looking forward to
little devil ears on theirs, I'm gonna be.
We need rules? Said Moose Jaw.
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
Somebody got paid to go to an
Yeah.
East Coast Scale Challenge.
Autograph signing. Matt was in line looking around.
Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Why would I
Nicole
go up
said
to
it.
you?
Nicole said it.
Of all
I didn't
people.
even. I can't remember all these. I can't remember all the autographs I signed.
She probably got confused with somebody else there. And see, that's the thing. If I had said, "Can I please have your autograph, idiot?" I'd have that autograph somewhere, and I don't. Unless he was signing my chest, which I certainly
It might have
do
been
not
one of your
remember.
trucks.
No, I wouldn't also let you. I wouldn't let you foul one of my vehicles with your form. Ugh.
I'm gonna sign. I'm signing
I've
your
seen your
truck at
signature,
Nationals.
too.
It's just
And then clear coat over it.
right away.
I'll sign your truck.
Actually,
too.
I'm gonna sign it with a Q-tip and some of the goof off that I have.
Eat right through that Porsche paint.
Because I don't know if you know this, goof off will remove paint.
Oh, interesting.
Buck dandy, thank you, sir. I'll be in line for an autograph for sure. There will be no line, don't worry.
So will I. Yeah. Adam Tebben wants to hear the Josh sleeping with dudes story.
That's not even the story. That's
the home story, isn't it? That's yeah.
The West. Oh my god.
Sleeping with
the
John
East Coast
Holmes.
story is so much more. It's not. It should be less embarrassing, but for some reason it's not. I don't know.
Well, let's hear it.
Nicole will kill me.
She's not watching. She
I
hates
know,
your show.
but
You'll tell her though, because you're that kind of guy that you'll be like, I'll share a secret with everybody on the internet. But then you'll go right to her afterwards and go, I told that story.
I wonder if she would remember.
I love you.
It's such a bad.
I love you, but I told that
Wait
story.
till the last 5 minutes. Let as many people fall off as possible.
You just guaranteed viewership is going to be very strong.
Oh, it's such a. It's not necessarily as embarrassing.
Stick
It's not
around,
necessarily as
kids.
embarrassing as is inappropriate. Like,
Oh, even better. Now you have to tell it.
God.
So let's talk
This
SCX6
what?
for a moment. I did that upgrade.
Oh,
SCX6.
yeah. You're talking about upgrade
Let's talk
video.
about. Yeah, I did the upgrade video
You
last
did?
week, or earlier this week. No, it was this week. Yeah, sorry, I don't know
That
what
did
day
not
it is.
pop up in my feed.
I've been very
sir.
busy.
And I watch
Yeah,
all of your
came out
videos
on-
on purpose.
It came out on Tuesday.
Alrighty then. Well, I did not see that yet. I'm sorry. I apologize
Yeah,
for my
okay.
tardiness.
No, that's fine. I watch all your videos the moment they come out, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. I'm not hurt. But I got those new steady spin
Yes.
foams, the SCX6, and I put the Hyrax tires on there. His foams are a lot denser than what came
Yes.
with the truck, which was not good. And then even the ones that come with the Hyrax tires from Proline out of the bag, they're just the white
Right, which
foams.
are immediately going to
these-
fall apart.
These ones, and they are terrible. Even worse, I'd say, than the ones that came stock on the truck. But his are really great. Nice, firm, dense material. Certainly better for side hilling, and there's not a lot of wrap anymore because those tires wrapped as soon as you got any load under it. But a lot of people were asking me why I didn't choose the Three Brothers, whatever the
3D printed
anti-foams. Yeah. Well, because, I have a set of those foams here, or anti-foams, printed foams, whatever you want to call them. And I like the idea. The concept is sound. It makes sense to me because they're waterproof. They won't break down over time. You can tune them with tuning rods, which I don't have. But I don't, and I guess the side hill performance is better, but I still don't really get it. And I'm obviously I'm missing something because there's a lot of people who swear by them, but I just find that they're still just way too soft. Like there's way too much deformation for me. Like I want a little more firmness in my foams, so they don't conform over all of the obstacle. So I'm probably in the minority. I haven't tried them yet, so I can't say for sure, but there's something about the theory of them that I'm a little bit lost on.
Yeah, I get the theory. And the other thing is like, for me, I'm just like, if I'm going to run these, I'm just going to print my own. But
well, yeah, no, for sure. And Jeff Rex Racer 19, he designed up a set and sent me the files, so sure I could.
That was the other thing. Like before these came out, there was a guy who made a video on his design of these out of the UK like several months before, and I had actually, I told it before, but like a friend of mine and we had kind of worked on it back and forth. I think I have the design still, and it makes sense. And I just like, I think I tried printing it once, and I just like, it print failed, and I was just like, I'm kind of out on this right now. I was like, here's the file, you do what you want. If it works for you, no idea. And then just kind of stopped even thinking about it because the foams for me have worked so well for so long. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I've got the Crawler Innovations foams for my SCX6. I did order the Hyraxes because I was like, I'm going to try them out. And I ordered the Proline Method wheels.
I also ordered the Method wheels and their dual stage foams to try those as well. But they are not in stock yet. They don't have them. Jared Brown, thank you very much. Get a gallon of gas on me. LOL. Thank you. I don't have anything quick to say. Thanks for all the info. Hey, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Always happy to answer questions. So if you've got one, you can DM me on Instagram. Carson Jantz, thank you. Message retracted. Please test anti-foams for the SCX24. They have them at that size too. Okay.
I could see them working, kind of. Man, it seems like there's a sweet spot there.
That's what the tuning rods are for. That's probably what the tuning rods are for. Yeah, I get it. But then you lose all of that. I don't know. I've got to try them out and give them a real good run for their money. 3D inserts are cool because they're soft to grab on, but fight side hills at the same time. But doesn't a good stiff foam do exactly the same thing?
And it is not too soft. I don't know. I can see that ability, and I can also see the ability that a really well designed one could have like infinitely adjustable, or like there's options there. But either way,
right? I think again, it comes down to the weight of your truck, your preference for driving style.
I also don't think that they're one of those things that are not going to break down ever. Like you're talking about a 3D printed thing that's done in layers, going to do this and this and this, thousands of times. And like
these are
not
thin
going
layers
to last forever. They're still going to break down. Like,
yeah. It all depends on the material choice too, and your driving conditions and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I know there's tons of videos out there. Exo did tons of videos on them. Exo KHRC, admittedly light trucks, but was impressed with the function of them. Right.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just one of those. I'm kind of looking forward to throwing a little bit of stuff at my SCX6. And getting some more drive time on it.
The slipper pads. There's also, I guess, there's a slipper eliminator too. But I went with the Bauhaus slipper pads to save some parts instead of snapping things. So yeah, I gave those a shot too. He's using carbon pads instead of the rubberized
Yeah, that's
plastic
what
ones.
I had seen. So, they use a multi-temp. Yeah, the temp is not what I would be worried about. It's just breaking down after so many thousands of compressions and the whole thing. So, there's no way they're just going to hold up forever. But yeah, it's I mean, I still like the concept. It's a cool thought. Whether I don't see myself switching to them and everything.
Right. It's like those silicone inserts when those first came out. I tried a set of those.
Yeah, they're super heavy.
Very heavy.
I got those.
That was,
I got those as well. I was just like, that'd be worth trying these things out. And I tried, and I was just like, oh, these are. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried them out at K&K, and it just sunk right into a hole. Anyway,
they were. Who made those? Why did I remember Boom Racing made them? Someone.
Boom Racing still has them,
as well. I don't feel like it was them.
Yeah, it was like a small operation. He was doing them.
I was gonna say, I was like, I don't think that it was the Boom Racing ones that I had, but so yeah, but just other than being wild heavy, that was,
yeah, that was the only setback on those. Now, if you did like a anti-foam in silicone,
with being that thin and things like that, yeah, possibly. So,
who knows?
What the,
cool. Yeah. Time is it? Oh, hey, time for you to tell your story. Let's hear it.
So, Archfield Drive put us up in a camping trailer, right? It was a small trailer. It was a nice trailer, but it was small. It had a bed in the front and a bathroom in the back, small sitting area. And Nicole and I had got there late, like 2 a.m. or so. And do as people in a relationship will do.
Oh, you got frisky in the East Coast Scale Challenge trailer. All right.
Oftentimes for these events, though, they will have multiple media people that attend an event.
Yes.
A good friend of mine, Ty Geibel. You remember Ty?
Yes.
Ty was also coming to cover the event. And I didn't understand that this very small camping trailer had a very small bunk that was in the other end of this small trailer. And that he had arrived before us.
No. Stop. No. No.
And I didn't know he was there until the next morning when he was just like, did you guys get...
What time did you get in and out and then in again? Oh my God. That's mortifying. I'm surprised you just didn't turn around and go home.
I honestly don't know if I ever told Nicole that. Because he didn't say anything until the next day.
That's incredible. Wow. That's you win. You win. That's yeah. All right. So, do you guys want some pancakes or something? Those aren't 2 pillows. Good one, Moose Jaw.
Yeah. So anyway,
holy cow, that's great. Oh well, okay. My embarrassing story from East Coast Scale Challenge. It wasn't that one. It was one later on. But I showed up and in the middle of the night one night in the yurt, I woke up with intense abdominal pain, like just so bad. I was like, there's one of 2 things that's happening right now. I'm either, I've either got like a kidney stone or something all of a sudden, or my appendix is about to burst. And I got up and it's, you know, not a large yurt, but it's big enough that, you know, my bed would be separate from where Richard
Probably
was.
12 feet.
But it's all open above, right? It's all open above. The walls only go to like, you know, 6 feet high or so. And I'm like crawling around on the floor, like absolutely in agony. And I'm like, well, it's only like a mile and a bit to the closest hospital. So I think I'm going to have to wake him up and have him drive me to the hospital. But the pain eventually subsided. But the next morning he's like, were you okay? What were you doing? I was like, oh man, I thought my appendix was going to explode, but I didn't want to wake you up.
Did you ever find the cause, or did it ever reoccur?
Yeah, it did. It was a ketone, and I passed it when we were in Vegas because I went to Vegas the weekend after that.
Really?
Trip. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, it was awful. It was awful. I don't recommend them.
I've heard bad reviews. Zero Yelp scores.
Zero stars on that
one. Worst dining experience ever.
Worst sleeping experience ever. Guy next to me crawled around on the floor for an hour. No, but you win that story. That is fun. Yeah. You win.
I still talk to Ty. We've never talked about it again, though.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
Just to note, he was many feet away, but not enough.
But like less than 30, right? And wasn't separated by any sort of door or wall.
There's just a curtain
I you know what though? I bet you were in such a rush to get down to business that there was no closing.
No, I think it was his curtain on the little bunk.
But you're like, there's. Oh, so you didn't even know that?
Didn't even know there was a bed. Another. Yeah.
But like, how much noise did you like? Obviously, you spoke to her when you came in. You were like, "Well, this is the place, I guess." It's not.
Rephrase your sentence, sir.
Might as well put our stuff down there and then go over there to do that thing that we do. When we arrive, the first thing we do is put our bags down here and get right down to business over there. But like he didn't wake up for any of that.
Oh, I think he did, because the next morning he's like, you brought it up.
Hey man.
Like, oh shit.
Hey, guess where I was? Right there.
I embarrass easily. He's like, as I tell the internet a story.
Clearly though, this was just like, he must have been like, oh no.
Yeah, like,
oh no, I can't say anything. I can't say anything now.
Like,
he must have thought to himself, this is the way he asserts his dominance over me. This is how he shows that he is the alpha in this situation. Well, I better just sit here and take it.
Ty and I had also we had shared hotel rooms in the past because we often traveled to events to cover for media. I'm not going to say that Ty and I hadn't shared a bed before that. See, kids, this is how you have to get ahead in the YouTube game.
I'll show him. Titus B goes, walks over to Josh. I'm kind of here. Oh my
Jesse
God.
Says, Ty screams, player 2 has entered the game.
I don't know, man. I think now that I've heard this story, no matter what the situation, no matter where I am with Rebecca,
You're checking all
I'm just
the
going to
doors.
go through the entire room, the entire hotel, the entire trailer, wherever I am. Just be like, okay, well, guess it's time to start doing that thing that married couples do. So hopefully there's nobody else in here.
Every once in a while, I block it.
You know what? This is the one time I'm glad that Rebecca is not coming with me to Alabama. And that you guys will hopefully be there before I am.
I've definitely never told that story. I don't know if I've ever told anybody else that story. Like, I don't know if I ever told.
Well, you've only told 400 and some odd people now. Doesn't matter. Oh. This foam has already separated.
Well, there you go.
I'm sure that's not probably a problem.
Sneaky guns, thank you. Sure, this should be regular content.
This is regular content. You just need to watch this show more often. We're honestly always saying stupid stuff that we should never tell anybody else.
I should keep things secrets, but I don't. There should be some things that are personal in my life, but you know.
No, you're a YouTube celebrity, Josh. You share everything all the time.
You know, I should really tell Nicole that story.
That's how it goes now.
I wonder if she would remember.
So wait, you didn't tell her? How does she not know?
I don't know if she just didn't think.
How would she not know?
That Ty didn't get there till the next day.
What? So she woke up later than you?
So how that story went is we got there like 2 a.m. We obviously didn't get to bed till many hours later.
2:03. If there's any solace for Ty, it wasn't very long.
Barely started to rustle. Has there been a tremor? Is this a precursor to a larger geological event?
Earthquake. Oh, it's over. It's okay.
So,
phew.
But I was awoken in the morning the next.
Dana just goes, so the bedroll was big enough for two.
So,
as I always say, Josh, 2 minutes in heaven is better than 1 minute in heaven.
Next morning at like 7 o'clock or whatever, there's a banging on the doors. Bang, bang. What the fuck is going on? So it may have been 3 a.m. Honestly, I think it was like 3 or later.
Jesus. He must have just been very asleep.
The next morning, there's just a banging at the door, and they're just like, "Yo, there's like a driver's meeting already starting." And they're like, I was just like, "Okay." Like, so they're like, "Hey, get out here, start getting content."
Get my
like,
camera.
Okay.
It's pretty dark. Yeah, I'll just put this away.
I got up and like started filming, and then I like met Ty out there. I was like, "Hey, let's go. What's going on?"
Oh, hey, man. Oh, because he got up before you. I see.
We were so spent that we were in a deep sleep.
Yeah. I don't want to hear you describe things as spent after this story.
So,
yuck.
Just got it, and he's like, "Hey, did you get in last night pretty late?" Yeah. Did you get there?
Oh,
like,
sure did. Golly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's a great place to end it.
Glad we could share this moment with each other.
Yeah. Sorry again for my lateness this evening, but West Desert Wheeler goes, Josh already had some content. I better get out and get some more content. Oh Lord. Okay. Get your satisfied jerky.
SatisfiedJerky.com, pinned in the comments. Hashtag I will never financially recover from this. And I'm not gonna lie, I think my viewer activity is it's destroyed because I had to reboot.
Yeah, okay.
I apologize.
Thank you to Blind Guy RC, Ben Cherico, Brian Sherwood, Jeremiah Solberg, David O'Brien, Upside Down, Gunnar Nissen, Jared Brown, Carson Jantz. Thank you.
I apologize
gents,
to
very
everyone
much.
who I wasn't able to thank. I had to reset, and it has decimated my statistics. So
that is all right. Friday, live stream?
Friday, Sunday, whole deal.
Oh, great, awesome. You're gonna do the how to build parts for send, cut,
I'm gonna
send, right?
that's basically what I do. How you
On
can
Sunday?
Start your own custom chassis business.
I think I may have found a local company.
Hey.
Called Go To Cut Go To. No, set Go To Cut Come Back.
Come on back now, you hear?
Come on back. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get a couple of parts cut up for my
don't forget to visit amain.com.
Well. Amain.com.
Hey man. Site is live now.
And, it's gonna look a lot like Amain.
You know what? Same level of service.
Trust us.
All around.
Absolutely 100% the same service. Just with a bit of a Canadian
just think
flair.
Of me every time you go.
Well, think of Josh in that trailer. 3 a.m. Good Lord. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next week.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.